Why is my RC receiver not binding to the transmitter? Imagine you're ready to fly your RC car or drone, but suddenly the receiver refuses to connect with the transmitter. It can be frustrating, but don't worry. There are some common reasons behind this issue that are easy to fix. First, check if both the receiver and the transmitter are powered correctly. If the receiver's battery is dead or weak, it won't bind. Make sure the battery is fresh and fully charged. If you're using an electronic speed controller to power the receiver, verify it's connected properly and providing a stable voltage. Also, double-check all connections, especially the servo leads and power wires. Reversed polarity or loose connections can prevent binding. Next, look at compatibility. Not all receivers work with all transmitters. Many systems use specific communication protocols like digital spectrum modulation with extended range, or frequency hopping spread spectrum. Your receiver and transmitter must use the same protocol. If they don't, they won't be able to communicate. For example, a receiver designed for DSMX will not bind with a transmitter using AXT protocol. Always buy compatible equipment from the same manufacturer or check if third-party receivers support your transmitter's protocol. Then, follow the correct binding procedure. Usually, you need to put the transmitter into binding mode first. This often involves pressing a bind button or setting the transmitter switch to bind mode. Next, power on the receiver while holding a bind button on the receiver itself. The receiver's LED indicator should change, often blinking faster or turning solid, indicating it's in binding mode. Keep the transmitter and receiver at least about 1 meter apart during this process. Being too close can cause the binding to fail. Environmental factors also matter. Make sure the antennas on both the transmitter and receiver are in good condition, properly extended, and positioned upright. Damaged or bent antennas can weaken the signal. Radio interference from Wi-Fi routers, metal fences, or other RC systems nearby can disrupt the binding process. Try moving to an open area away from these sources. If your receiver has a scan or bind button but no binding port, the process might be different. Sometimes pressing the wrong button or sequence can cause issues. Reset the receiver by disconnecting power, then try the binding steps again. Always consult your specific system's manual for exact instructions. In summary, check your power supply first. Make sure your transmitter and receiver are compatible and use the same protocol. Follow the correct binding steps carefully, keeping the devices apart and antennas in good condition. Also, eliminate interference sources. By systematically going through these steps, you can usually solve most binding problems and get your RC system working smoothly again.